I've had some people ask me what I do to keep myself motivated to run every day, so I'm going to go over what I've been doing recently. 6.04 kilometers at a 5:25 per kilometer pace, or 3.75 miles at 8 minutes and 42 seconds per mile. Today was an easy jog. It was a run in between a challenge that I've been doing on Strava called the 1 Mile Smackdown series. I'm actually doing the 10K Smackdown series now. It's the July challenge. The one that I did before was the June challenge, and I had so much fun with it. I wanted to share it with you guys, and hopefully it'll motivate you guys to join challenges like these and get you out there to run. So in June, I did the 1 mile Smackdown. What it is you'll submit there's an online form, so you're going to submit your benchmark time. So that's your time on a particular part of road. Obviously, this one's going to be just 1 mile. So you run this route and you get your benchmark time. And then every week, you're going to submit a new time on that same segment. So you have 1 week to either train or do whatever you have to do to try to improve that time. So at the end of the week, or on the last day, actually you could submit any time, and everything's done by the honor system. There's no awards or anything like that, and it's completely free. So the motivation is just going to come from being a competitive person and wanting to go out there and beat the time that you had before. So my benchmark time, what I actually did is I found an older run in May of a segment that's 1.64 kilometers, which is pretty close to a mile. It's about 300 meters longer than a mile. So I figured I would use that as my benchmark, and I just continue to run that exact segment week in and week out, and then use the times from that as my times for the challenge. So my benchmark was 7 minutes and 54 seconds. In week one, I did my workout. I actually did a speed workout in between, and on the week. But when it came down to doing the mile, I just ran. I didn't look at my watch. I didn't do anything special. I just went out there and tried to break the time I did before, because I knew the benchmark wasn't me going all out. So I went all out. I ran 7 minutes and 5 seconds. So obviously week two, the goal was to break 7 minutes. But week two, I kind of had a rough week of training, and I was really unmotivated on that Sunday to go out there and run the mile. Just the thought of having to put in that much effort for the mile was kind of not what I wanted on that Sunday. But then once I got out there, I went for it. And by the time I finished, I was really excited. I was like, I think I killed it. I ended up only running 8 seconds faster. I ran a 6 minute and 57 second segment there. On week three, I tried something a little bit different. I was thinking, man, this is crazy. I have no idea what I'm running. I have no idea where it ends, because on the Strava segments, it's not like there's a start and a finish that's pretty defined. I had an idea where it ended, but I didn't know exactly where it ended. So it's not like running on the track where you have the start line and the finish line. So it was a little bit frustrating. So what I ended up doing is I set my watch to 400-meter splits. So I started the segment, and then every 400 meters I would get split times. And I did this on a Sunday at about 8 p.m. and there was a lot of foot traffic. There was people all over the place, and the etiquette here is a little bit different than what I'm used to. People don't really get out of your way, so I had to do a lot of bobbing and weaving. And I ended up running 6 minutes and 29 seconds for the segment. On the final week, this was the real push. I did my track workout. I was extra motivated. This is the last week. I knew it was coming. And on Sunday, once again, I went out there. I did a warm up, and then this time I ended my watch's tracking, and then I set for a new run. And I knew that I would get real-time information. So I'd look at the watch, I'd know how much time had passed. I'd look at the watch and it'd tell me how many kilometers, it'd tell me my average pace. I knew everything right then and there. It didn't have my warm-up included in it. So I felt like this would help me to keep pace. So I went out there all out, 100%, tried to give my all, and I ended up coming out with 6 minutes and 35 seconds. So I was a little bit slower than week 3, but it's a win. I was motivated for the entire month of June. I did extra workouts within the week of June. There was one workout I remember I absolutely didn't want to go out and do a speed workout, and I did it anyways. And after I finished, my legs were sore. I didn't feel great, but my attitude, my the feeling of accomplishment after doing it, I was super happy about that. It gives you a lot more energy, especially you're running in the mornings. It gives you an energy for the rest of the day. You're more positive. It's great. So, overall, this challenge was a great success, even though I wasn't able to break my time every single week. I ended up actually running 6 minutes and 14 seconds for the mile, which was a PR on Strava. Since I've been tracking Strava for about a year now. Since last October. That was a new PR for me, at least as far as recently. And the reason it's a little bit lower is because the segment I was running was 1.64 kilometers, and like I said, the mile is about 300 meters less than that. It's 1.609 kilometers. Overall, it was about an 18% drop for me. So that was pretty exciting. The reason I know it was 18%, it's not because I'm a big nerd and I calculated it, is because when you submit these times on the forum through the Smackdown series, they will also put down your percentages for each week that you've dropped. So it's pretty cool to see, everything there in a spreadsheet. I'm actually in the middle of July now, and I'm in the middle of a July series I'm at the end of a July series where I'm actually doing the 10K Smackdown. They don't always just do the mile Smackdown. What they do is they'll change it up. I think before the mile they did the 5K. I wasn't aware of that one. So then the first one I ever did was the mile. I really enjoyed that one because it's short enough that you don't need a whole lot of motivation to just go all out for 1 mile. And even if you're not running right now, you're just doing walking, you walk the first one, you get your benchmark time. The next time you're like, hey, I want to get a better time because I'm competitive and I know I got to submit a time this week. And then you jog a little bit of it. You're going to get a better time. Then you jog more. It's all about motivation. It's not about how fast you are. My ultimate goal personally is to beat my high school times. I know in high school I ran a 5:05 mile, and I'm pretty sure I broke the 5-minute barrier. I think I ran a 4:59, but I don't have any official records of that. So my goal is to break 5 minutes in the mile So I'm gonna continue to train. Right now I'm doing the 10K, but I'm gonna continue to train, and hopefully, I think what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna recreate the mile Smackdown. If the Smackdown series doesn't bring it back to the mile, then I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. What I'm hoping is that they're gonna run out of distances to do, so they're just gonna go back to the 5K, and then they'll go back to the mile, and then I can do that series again. So I'm hoping that that's going to happen. And when I do it this time, I'm going to do the mile on the track, and the track's so much more so much faster. You can see the end point. You can, you know that after you did 2, that you got 2 more laps, you get through that 3rd lap, and then go for it on the 4th lap. So it's going to be brutal, and it's going to be awesome, both in the same. Kind of brings me back to that high school days of when I used to do track and field. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that you can join a challenge on Strava. It was completely free, like I said. And it's really cool. I really like the aspect of having it in the spreadsheet. It did really motivate me to do extra workouts throughout the week. The 10K is going pretty well, and actually in 2 days on Friday, I'll be trying to get a new PR in the 10-kilometer series here. So wish me luck with that. If you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, bell notification, and what's the other thing? Hit that like button. All right, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.